tax number, cell number, ID number. Is that what I need to withdraw?
Those are important numbers. Yep, you need to know your tax number, especially important for people who haven't ever registered for tax. Even if you're not a taxpayer, you need to have a tax number to make a savings pot withdrawal. That's
Okay.
crucial. So in order to make a savings pot withdrawal, whichever retirement fund you're with is going to have to ask SARS for what's called a tax directive. SARS will tell them how much tax they need to withhold because it's taxed at income tax rates and then pay you the rest. So that's really important. Cell number is important because you're going to need to be communicated with, and fraud is a big risk. So we're going to need to verify who we're paying money to, and a cell number is the usual way of doing a two-factor authentication.
Right.
And then ID number is crucial because that's how we know that it's you, that it links back to your actual retirement pot. And that ID number, this is important, or passport number, whichever one you've used, must be the same number that you used when setting up your tax number with SARS, because we're going to check those things. Those things all need to line up, as well as your bank account number. All of those things need to line up with the same ID or passport number in order for everything to check out and be able to pay out your two-pot savings.
And if I don't have in the unlikely event of not having a cell phone number,
How do you survive?
how do I, firstly, how do I survive? But more importantly, how do I make a savings pot withdrawal?
Well, if this is going to be the one thing that finally gets you to have a cell phone number, then that's the second benefit of the whole two-pot system. But jokes aside, your tax number is the easy part. If you don't have a tax number, it's quite easy to get one. You have to apply with SARS. So go to the SARS website and sort yourself out. If you don't have an ID number, for many funds, they'll be able to still do the authentication with an email address. Seems a little unlikely that you'll have an email address and no cell phone number, but it is possible. And otherwise, that is something that you're going to want to get. And make sure that your retirement fund provider knows your cell phone number.
In terms of using all these numbers, it's going to go through some sort of process with
Yep.
each retirement fund administrator. What does Discovery's process look like?
Discovery, we're doing everything in a way that's called straight-through processing. The idea is that with this kind of volume, if you have to do manual things, you'll be doing it for many months before you get to make any payments out. So we're allowing both a WhatsApp channel, a way to just engage with us on WhatsApp, give us all the details. We'll validate your bank account. We'll make sure that what you're telling us makes sense in terms of the numbers you're giving us, and then do the application and pay you out real quick. And then we'll do the same thing online, and you're kind of logged in online space. That's the most secure way of doing it. And we think that that's really the only way to go if you want to be able to pay out claims quickly, especially in the retirement fund space, the employer space, where we expect the biggest volume. In the retail side, we expect the volumes won't be as high. People usually have better and different options than taking out their savings component. So there, a manual approach is maybe okay.
And what have you seen in terms of other processes being proposed by other providers?
Yeah, some providers will take your instruction online, but actually do a manual process. Others will have an actual paper form, and others will be doing it like us, total straight through. And I think if you're in an employer type context, and the retirement fund you're with is going to do it in a manual way, there's going to be a real problem trying to keep up with people's expectations. On the retail side, I think it's okay, and you can manage it manually, at least for the first little bit.